Good morning, everyone. Today we are presenting a case study on SU insurance, focusing on business alignment, governance, and risk management in relation to cloud data exposure incident. We have 4 members in our team, and our group number is number 11. Here we come to our contents: introduction, incident and overview, and timeline, cause and immediate response, governance and risk failures, framework alignment, business impact analysis, RBSIC, and DVS part 2, recommendation and conclusion. So basically, what's the purpose of this presentation? Analyze the cloud exposure incident, identify governance and risk management weakness, recommendation, practical and cost aware governance improvement. So here it comes to instruction part. SU Insurance is a fictional and mid-sized insurer operating across Australia and New Zealand like many modern insurers. It relies heavily on cloud-based IT system to deliver digital insurance service. As a result, customer trust, data integrity, and regulatory compliance are critical to the organization's long-term sustainability. The purpose of this presentation is therefore: first, to analyze the cloud exposure incident; second, to identify governance risk management weakness; and finally, to recommend practical and cost-aware improvements that better align IT controls with business's objectives. So in slide 2 we have incident overview and timeline, incident summary. This slide summarizes what happened during the incident. A cloud storage bucket used for customer quotation data was misconfigured with public read access, which results in customer data being exposed for several days. This incident was not detected immediately due to delayed monitoring. In terms of timeline, the misconfigured occurred on day 0 between day 1 and 4. The data remained publicly accessible. On day 4, the issue was detected and continued. By week 2, the organization had moved into remediation planning. Although the exposure window was limited, the delay in detection significantly increased business and reputational risk.
Slide 3, cause and immediate response. The primary cause of the incident was a public read misconfiguration and cloud object storage, and the occurred due to the absence of configuration baseline, lack of pre-review, and no automated compliance check to prevent insurance settings. The data exposed include customer name, email address, and insurance equation information. Importantly, no primary or identity document were involved, which reduced but did not eliminate regulatory and reputational risks. 1. Detect SU response by revoking public access, rotating access key, and notifying senior management and risk team. While content was effective, the incident highlighted governance and monitoring weakness rather than purely technical failure. Slide 4, governance risks and failure. The incident revealed several governance and risk management failures. First, there were accountability gaps where there was no clearly defined cloud control owner, which made responsibility for data protection unclear. Second, change management was weak. There was no surgical duties allowing the same individual to deploy and approve configuration change. Finally, from a risk management perspective, cloud risks were not assessed in enough detail. Key risk indicators for misconfigurations such as public access exposed were not defined or monitored. Together, those issues increase reliance on individual judgment rather than structured government's controls.
So, slide 5, framework alignment. When viewed through a recognized governance frameworks, the controls gaps becomes clearer. Under the NIST cybersecurity framework, weaknesses were evident in govern, protect, detect function. From an ISO IEC 27001 perspective, gaps existed in access control, information lodging, and configuration management. Using COVID the incident reflects misalignment between IT controls and business risks objectives, as well as insufficient governance oversight. This demonstrates that the incident was not due to lack of fireworks, but rather failure to implement them effectively. Slide 6, business impact analysis. The business impact of the incident was multi-dimensional. Operationally, teams were diverted to incident response, delaying plan initiatives and increasing customer support workload. Financially, costs were incurred through remediation and response activities, with additional long-term risks related to customer churn and reduced sales. So these impacts show how even a short-lived closure can translate significant business consequences.
RBSE and segregation of duties. Part B. To prevent similar incidents, the group designed preventive controls using RBSE and segregation of duties. Role-based access control ensures least privileged access with clear separation between technical and business roles. Segregation of duties prevents any single role from both modifying and approving access policies, restricts public access, change and limits vendor access to time-bounded read-only permissions. An approval workflow was introduced separating request, review, approval, implementation, and audit. This directly addresses the root cause identified earlier. Recommendation and conclusion. In conclusion, the group recommends several governance improvements. This includes establishing a cloud governance board, implementing RBSE with segregation of duties, deploying policy as code guardrails, enforcing configuration baselines, strengthening data governance, and improving incident response testing. The key takeaway is that cloud incidents are governance failures, not just technical errors. Strong IT business aligns risks, reduces risks, protects customers' trust, and preserves long-term organizational value. Thank you.